I have tried to record this video like 20 million times, and it is impossible to find a place on campus that is quiet enough for me to let you know how my service project went for the semester. So I had to do a service project with this class, and part of the requirement was to choose an isolated group, especially out of the COVID-19 pandemic, since we were all in quarantine this past year. And you had to take that group and figure out, okay, how can I take this group and reach out to them? Why not work with a nursing home? The one nearest to me right now is the Cambria Care Center. And unfortunately, because the pandemic's still kind of going on, there's not a whole lot of options, okay? I can't necessarily go in and sit with these people, eat with them. I can't do any of that, obviously. So the one example that my teacher kept giving us over and over and over again in class was, why not do greeting cards? It's the little things, especially what we learned in class, that matter the most to people, right? I went through SOTA, Student Occupational Therapy Association. I know we're thinking of ideas for OT month, which is April coming up. What if we get the club to do greeting cards for those in the nursing home, Cambria Care Center, and they'll be delivered before Easter. And everyone was so on board about it. It was great. I had all these volunteers. I'm going to book a table at Torbian for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And those 3 days will be right before Easter break. So that way we won't have to worry about too much everything else when I leave to go home to Pittsburgh. I'll just take the cards with me and I'll drop them off on my way home. And then the day came.
No one wants to talk and make a card when they're about ready to leave in 20 minutes because all their classes are done and they just had lunch.
So unfortunately, I only had 3 cards that were made during 3 days, which was not good. You can't just give 3 cards to a nursing home and expect that everyone will enjoy that. I had to think outside the box here, okay? And I thought, you know what? I made this really fun card. People like it. I can make more of those. Well, the other issue is that took a very long time. I know it doesn't look very hard, but it did take me some time to create the design, make it go through the Cricut software, which is a fancy card making machine that I got for Christmas. And I was like, okay, I can't do this. So then I thought, okay, there's one thing that I know people like is decorations. Here in the dorms, right? We have door decks, as we call them, door decorations. And all they are is just our names on a little slip of paper or something, but the design is really, really fun. I'm gonna make door decks for Cambria Care Center. This is where things got a little bit more tricky. Apparently Cambria Care Center is enormous. I don't know how they do it. I have no idea. But basically, the lady that I had contacted was telling me, oh yeah, the activities director would love to have you do that. There's about 300 people there. So I said, I'll do as many as I can by myself. So then I kind of narrowed it down and I only made 120. Here's what they look like. I kept it very simple. I found a little template online of a flower and I wrote a little message, happy spring, you are loved. One of the things that we kept talking about in class is that we don't communicate enough to others. How can you fully recognize someone's goals in life or what makes life worth living if you never ask them, if you don't talk about it? So, I don't have the opportunity to talk to these people, so I'm just going to straight up tell them, you are loved. So I made all those cards, I used my fancy Cricut machine, and they cut each and every single one of them. And then I had this huge stack of cards with this written message on it, and I had to write my name on the back of all of them. I wanted these people to know, since they're memory care, dementia patients, I wanted these people to know that, this was from a student who wanted you to know that you matter and you exist, and that's really important. It's been hard this past year, and if making just a small little door deck can bring a person a little bit of happiness, I'm glad to have been a part of it.